Yes, everyone, welcome back. It's another episode of your favorite podcast, The Red Divide. We here, myself, Mark, Mr. Liverpool over there, Ray. Hey, I called you Mr. Liverpool this week instead of Mr. Man United. Oh, how's it going?
I'm doing great, man. Can't complain. Good to be back on the show. Some exciting news coming forward for our guests this week. How are you doing? You must be on top of the world.
Feeling pretty good. I'm actually, I don't know if I'm dreaming or what, but United are making moves here. Not used to that. It's been 10 years of absolute nightmares. One or two windows where it's exciting, then, two windows of waiting till the last minute. It's been a pain in the butt, but here we are. United already have signed Xerxes, and we just got the here we go for LENY YORO. It's pronounced YORO. LENY YORO. Awesome. Cannot wait. So
you're snapping up all the young talent in the market. You guys are doing the business early. See, Ineos has really stepped up and doing the business. Unfortunately for you guys, it's quite sad to see.
yeah, it's not, we're not used to that as United fans. So it's great to see. Almost don't recognize my club, but it's for a really good reason. It's positive. It's a positive thing to look at. And man, we just got to keep going. As we discussed on the previous podcast, he is what they're calling a prodigy, a generational talent, which sometimes gets thrown around far too easy these days. But all the French columnists and experts talking about this guy being, the next Varane, which is a hell of a compliment to take.
Indeed.
And yeah, good for him. It just means we're getting him at 18 when we try to get Varane. I think we tried to get Varane at 20, but then he went to Madrid. And now we just getting the next Varane at 18 years old. He's, from what I've seen, his stats are really good. Again, it's League One. What does that mean? I don't know. That translates, to the English league, but let's see, man. He's 18 years old, and he's completed the most passes in all the top 5 leagues for anyone under 20, and he's a defender.
Defender on top of it.
So yeah, and I mean, cool defender, but the question is, he can pass, but can he tackle?
That's the thing.
They compare him a lot to Wan-Bissaka's tackling style. Long legs, Spider-Man-like, gets his foot in, he's got speed, great one-on-one. So I look forward to it, my cuz. Things are looking good for United. Man, it's exciting.
They are indeed. I can see you got a spring in your step again.
Oh, yeah.
You're not used to this type of excitement when it comes to United. So I'd like to say I'm happy for you because you're family, but because you're Man United, I'm not so happy. But what can I say? You guys are doing the business early. We haven't even got anything across the line yet, so can't even compare anything at this stage.
Yeah. United needed this. We needed this change. We needed a new structure. And, I bet you, and again, I don't want to jump ahead of myself here or whatever, but with a new structure, with Omar Barada, with Wilcox, with Ashworth, I imagine that they have a plan, right? This summer window, we're doing X, which will lead us to the next window, and we're going to do Y. And that means in 2 years' time, we're going to have that window where we'll get rid of X, Y, Z, and we'll keep tabs on that person, and, and each have a plan for each year, 2-3 years in advance. And of course, things change. So a player breaks his leg, God forbid, or has off the field issues, and he no longer is an option, and things change. So, but I think we'll actually start having a plan in place, and we'll be better off for it. And as you can see, our new strategy is young, talented, and the new superstar to be. Hopefully they can reach their ceilings. Not every player is going to, but it looks like that's our new strategy. Grab a superstar before he becomes a superstar.
Grab the good young talent, mold them into superstars, a bit like what Klopp has done.
Yeah, like we did with Nani, like we did with Ronaldo, back in the day. Those sort of vibes. That's what you want. And of course, the player has to play their part, right? They have to work hard. Take nothing away from Ronaldo, Nani, or any of the others. They had to work hard. They had to play their part to get there. but you give them that base. You firstly, you find them, pick them out, stick them in, and then you help coach them, and with their effort and your effort combined, they turn into a special talent. That's the goal.
Well, I think it's going to come down to how well can Erik ten Hag mold them. Is he the type of manager that can mold young players and turn them into superstars? Like, I don't think he has much of a proven track record with those type of players. Although at Ajax, he had quite a young squad, and he seemed to get the best out of them. So,
For sure.
I could be wrong.
He had De Ligt. When Donny van de Beek was a beast for Ajax.
Yeah,
I think he was 11th when they're doing the Ballon d'Or that year. So he was in the mix. De Ligt, of course, everyone was lauding him. What an amazing talent. Went to Juve. Didn't quite work out. Now at Bayern, hopefully at United soon. So he had these guys who were up there and were marked to be huge successes. Neither has really gone on to be, without that player, that team doesn't quite tick. But so you had that record there. United's been I don't even use United as a comparison, just because we've been such a mess. We've had older players, new players. We've got players from 4 coaches ago. It's been a mess, and he hasn't had that structure. But if he's given time, I believe we'll see those benefits. So let's wait and see. But mentioning De Ligt, he's still in the mix here. We're still in advanced discussions. I think there was a rush to get this LENY deal over the line.
Yeah, because he wanted to go to Real Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid were hanging there. He apparently always wanted to go to Madrid, but apparently it's been a week since he was informed, that Madrid are aware of what United have done and what they've offered, and he gave them a week and hasn't heard back from them. The original stance was, we're not going to pay 50 million plus add-ons. We're going to pay 20 or 30, I think it was, we'll wait for next year and you can come to us next year for free. And I think maybe he sees the United option as they're hungry, they want me, they're showing their intention, they're showing how much they want me. I'm going to go to a club that wants me. You know what I mean? Exactly. And let's be real. It's not like he's going to Mickey Mouse. He's going to one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest. That's all up for debate. But he's going to a big club. And that's probably why he turned down Liverpool, Mickey Mouse Club. And he turned down Madrid. Now he's coming to the mighty Manchester United. You know what I mean, Marcus? You got to look sharp here.
Mighty Manchester United have finished 8th in the season. Like, what is he thinking?
Even when we finish 8th, we still win more than you.
Oh, not more than us. No, you won the same as us. You were finished
a bigger trophy
points
than you.
Behind us.
We won a bigger trophy than you.
But what?
Huh?
A silverware. A trophy is a trophy.
Yeah, but it's a major trophy. The Carabao Cup's not a major trophy.
You won a major trophy. One
levels your Marcus.
Maybe 5 or 6 good games in a whole season. You beat Liverpool in the FA Cup. You stole one or 2 games, and then you win the final. Pure fluke.
If I recall,
knocked out by Coventry, Evan.
If I recall correctly, we were beating you 2-1, and you hit the equalizer to make it 2-2. So we didn't steal any games. You know what I mean? In our second league game, we were winning 2-1. You scored an equalizer to make it 2-2 before 90 minutes. So I want to say you stole the point.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think we stole the league from ourselves by not finishing you guys off. That's we only have ourselves to blame for that. But yeah, you know what? I can't say that I'm excited for you guys because you guys are looking strong with the signings that you guys have got over the line already. You like I said previously, the spine is crucial, and you seem to sign the correct players in the right positions. And Erik ten Hag is going into his 3rd season, and he's managed to get the deadwood out, and he's getting in the players that he wants. So in all fairness, he's got a plan, and the plan has been forthcoming. Now that he's got the backing of the new structure, yeah, it seems like you guys are headed in the right direction. I hope I'm wrong in saying that statement, but this is football; it's business, and yeah, you guys are doing the business. Unfortunately,
you say getting rid of the deadwood, but there's still a lot of deadwood, to get rid of. Look, you got rid of Greenwood, which again, my opinion, I would have kept him. Looks like 30 mil, I think, in total for Greenwood. Far too cheap, but there's a 50% sell-on clause. So
Yeah.
if he tears it up, becomes a superstar, and he gets sold for 80 or 100 million, man, we're cool. You know, we're in for a cool 40 to 50 mil. Take that with a smile on our face. Plus the original 30 we got for him, you know, we almost pretty much got the whole deal. It's, you know, pretty good in total. So yeah, happy with that. Not happy, but okay. I'm okay with that. I still think we'll sell. I still think we'll sell Sancho, because I think his stock's gone up a little when he was playing at Dortmund. He was in Champions League final, and now, you know, he's training with us, he's fit, etc., etc. And I think we'll sell him. I think if a decent bid comes in, we'll be happy to let him go for 30 to 40 million, and cut our losses and move on to, you know, better days. We still have the defender issue, because cool, Willie Kambala left, which I would have also maybe kept. So I think he was just coming into his own, needed more games. We re-signed Evans, so I don't know, maybe we'd let Evans go and kept Kambala. And then we still have Lindelof, Maguire right there. We just signed LENY, but I still feel, you know, we also lost Varane, so I still feel that we need at least a lift to strengthen, and then I would be happy to sell Maguire or Lindelof. Lindelof's in his final year, so he may have to get sold before Maguire, unfortunately. But yeah, that's who we're at. Midfield, we have to decide what we're doing with Casemiro. I love Casemiro, but I think that Father Time has caught up, unfortunately. I don't think he's going to get back to, you know, where he was as a player. So I'd love it if he does, but I don't see it. And then we still got to figure out what they were doing at Amrabat. They let him go back to Fiorentina, but apparently he's still waiting for United to give him a yay or nay, because we have that first option to buy, and we have to let them know, you know, whether it's a move or it's not. So that's up in the air. So still a lot of things that need to be cleared up across the board. And what if PSG throw 80 million or something at us for Rashford? What do we do then? So yeah, it's tricky now that they've lost Mbappe. I know they want Victor Osimhen, but
and
we'll see, man.
As well. So they seem to be wanting everyone at the moment. You know, with the loss of Mbappe, they've got the ammo to spend. You know, so no talent at any club is safe when PSG's on the hunt. So yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, true. So that's that over there, and United are ripping it up. We're doing what we do. Soon we're going to rip it up on the field, and all be restored. You know, back to normal. I can't wait.
Yeah, just like you're ripping it up in your preseason game, eh? Losing 1-0, having 3 shots. They had 22 shots. I know it's preseason. Yes, I know that it's preseason, but still, they had 22 shots. You only had 3 shots.
Yeah, look, the youngsters obviously, it was obviously men against boys. There was 7 youngsters, 7 under 21s who started the game, and maybe it was a level still too much for them. You know, there was only Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Mount, and I think Rash might have played those 4. Those 4 that played.
Rash, Casemiro played.
Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Wan-Bissaka played.
So, you know, those are first teamers, first game. And when you're playing with majority kids, it just might have been a step too far for them right now. But as the players come back, as we get all our internationals back, you know, things will change again. It's preseason. If you win a game, awesome. If you lose, just learn from it and make sure you get that fitness up. So, yeah, man. Trust me, Liverpool won't win every preseason game. And even if they do, it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? It's they don't count.
It's an exercise.
Go from there.
Just talking about how good Man United is and that you're going to rip it up on the field, I had to throw that out there. You know, I had to just put you back in your place so that you can realize that, you know, you're not the team you used to be, although you are headed in the right direction, unfortunately. Now, not talking about your scum team. Let's talk about my team.
Aren't you happy that we're not the team that we used to be? Hey, man.
I was for 10 years. 10 years, not long enough, but hey, what can you do? Football's all about business now, and you guys seem to have the right structure in place. And,
finally.
Yeah, you can't blame anything on the Glazers anymore, because old Sir Jim Ratcliffe has come in and he's making positive changes in your club. Yeah, well, Liverpool. Let's talk about Liverpool. I wish I can have a spring in my step and saying that we're buying all the best young talent, but unfortunately that's not the case. Still rumours, but the only name that I can actually say that I'm quite excited about, if it is true, is MARC from Crystal Palace, the England defender. He's solid. We do need another
Great player.
defender,
Great
great
player.
player. With Matip, Matip has gone, his contract has ended, and considering his injury history, we didn't offer him another contract. So we liked in that regard. Also, old Verge, our captain, he's got 1 year left on his contract. At the end of the Euros, he came out and said that, he's going to consider his international and club football carefully. I don't know if you can read too much into that or if it was just a man that was tired because he played 64 games in a season. But yeah, so we definitely need to strengthen at the back. We've got French players like Sepp Plattenberg. He's been on loan ever since Klopp brought him in. And, he's only 20 years old. He's pushing for a transfer. There's a couple of clubs that are interested in him for 20 million, which I'm not opposed to, that deal going through. Other than that, there's not much. There's reports coming out of Sky Germany that we're interested in Mo Simikan. He's a defender, played quite well for Leipzig. He played 42 games. He played centre back and right back, very similar to Joe Gomez, although he won more duels than Joe Gomez. He won 64 of his duels, and Gomez only won 42% of his duels. But though Joe Gomez won more aerial duels. So similar type of players, versatile players. We do need those type of players at the moment. But some news that rather concerns me. Trent Alexander's got 1 year on his contract. No new deal has been confirmed. I know that Real Madrid have been sniffing around since March already, and the rumors have surfaced once again. So I think Slot really needs to work really hard to try and secure his services for at least the next 5 years. He's our future captain, local lad. You don't get those local lads that were ball boys, working their way through the youth setup and then getting their chance in the first team. So we really need to secure his services. I hope we don't lose him to Real Madrid on a free. That would be a disaster. And links with Alisson, our number one. Links that there's a huge offer in for him from Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you can take this news at face value. Saudi Arabia, in the past 2 seasons has exploded with trying to buy the best talent. They're throwing money at players that, is really difficult to turn down. So, that's rather concerning to me as well. I wouldn't want to lose our number one. Although he is 31 years old, he's been a great servant. He's made positive changes in our club. And, we lost Adrian as well. He's become a coach. And Kelleher, he wants to be a number one. So he's also looking for a move. So at this point in time, if things happen, we won't actually have a recognized first team goalkeeper. So I'm hoping that the club can sit down Alisson and see where his head is at. Hopefully his head hasn't been turned with all the ammo, and keep him, and hopefully keep Kelleher as well, because I think he's an outstanding talent. The Irish boys really, when he came into the team, he's always done a solid for the team. So yeah, a little bit worried about that, but yeah, no real exciting news other than the 2 that I mentioned on the cards. But I'm hoping now, as the players come back gradually, Slot can assess them and see where we need to strengthen. In my opinion, we still need a centre defensive midfielder. We do need another centre back. And again, Mo Salah got 1 year on his contract. He's not 100% the player he was in the past couple of seasons. The last season, he assisted a lot more than he has in previous seasons, but he's slowing down with age. So, yeah, a lot of behind the scenes work that needs to go in at Liverpool. And it's not happening early, like under the Klopp regime. So, yeah, getting a little bit nervous, if I'm honest. But I guess we just have to trust the structure and trust the process with the new manager that's coming in. And, hope for the best.
Wow, that was tiring. I almost fell asleep. You just said 5 minutes of telling us so much without saying very much. Wow, that was
Oh,
awesome.
jeez. Here we
You have
go.
to
The
get through every
man.
single player there.
Well, I don't have a here we go for any player at this point in time. So, got to get a different message across to the viewers. What can I
Sucks,
say?
sucks to suck, eh? Sucks to
Yeah,
suck.
you should know. You've sucked for 10 years. You got
Got a chance. We
experience in
still
it.
won more than you in those 10 years, man.
Oh,
Come on.
please, you dreaming. You obviously can't do maths.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
nothing
Well,
concrete from my
awesome.
side. Hopefully things will change soon.
Yeah, hopefully not. Anyway, my cuz, great seeing you again. Thank you for
And
making our
you.
viewers tired. I'm sure they'll enjoy that, and I'll go to sleep straight after this. But yeah, it was great. Always enjoy seeing you and speaking to you.
And you, my boy Keith. And I'll catch you in
Sweet.
the next episode.
Sounds good, my cuz. You take it easy, everyone. Thanks so
You
much for
too.
joining us. Catch you later. Ciao.